Yo, what's good? It's your boy J-Rod, and today we are going to be going over the 2022 NBA Draft results. God, I don't know why the quality is so shit like that. But yeah, man, I mean, we were live streaming last night for the first, like, 2 or 3 picks, and then I ended the live stream. Make sure y'all got those post noties on, man, because when I go live, that's what they're most important for. For the videos, it's whatever, because you'll see them eventually, but those post notifications are important to have on for when I go live. Even if you guys could just pop in, for a quick minute and drop a like, that would be much appreciated. Sorry if I still sound... Dude, not only am I sick and it hurts to talk, but I got construction going on literally right next to my house for no fucking reason, bro. I'm about to pull a Karen and say I'm calling the cops on it. I don't even know, dude. It's rough, though. So sorry if you hear mad construction in the background. I'm going to try and push through it. But yeah, this is a good draft class. All the way from the very beginning to the end, I feel like there's a lot of good prospects. I think there's a lot of prospects that you maybe don't hear of much now, but you will in the next couple years. Last year I said that was in the 2021 draft. I said that was one of the best overall draft classes of all time, and looked how it panned out, man. There was a lot of rookies who fell later in the draft, like Bones Highland, who came out and really proved themselves to be great players. And I think this is another draft class where, yeah, maybe some of these guys won't be the very top players in the NBA, but I think it's going to be a very well-rounded draft class. So starting off number one, I'll talk a lot about these guys that are in the lottery, and then as we go on, I'll probably talk less and less about each of them, obviously, because, that's what everyone's going to be talking about is the top pick. So number one, Orlando Magic go with Paolo Banchero. Sorry, I always pronounce it wrong. I thought it was either going to be between Paolo or Jabari Smith. I thought they were going to go with Jabari Smith. They ended up going with Paolo. Either way, it's a great pick for the Magic. Gary Parrish rated this an A, which I don't get why. He said he would have taken Chet. I think that's perfect for the Magic. They already have Wendell Carter Jr. They already have Mo Bamba. They have plenty of centers. And Paolo Banchero can fit into this lineup right away. And you could just slide, what's his name? He was the rookie last year. You could slide Wagner over to small forward. Franz Wagner, right? I always get Mo and Franz. Yeah, Franz Wagner. You slide him to the 3, Paolo at the 4. You got something nice there, and then you still got to figure out your guard situation. But I like that pick for the Magic, and I like Paolo. And then we got Chet, number 2, going to OKC. This is the perfect pick for the OKC Thunder. Chet just fits everything this team is trying to do so well. Chet and Poku playing together is going to be something fun to see. It just makes sense for OKC to go with a player like Chet at number 2. I see so many people roasting it. Why does everyone hate Chet? I'm actually so, hold on, let me fix that camera. Out of nowhere, everyone just hates Chet. Like, I go on TikTok, people are like, oh, he's so full of himself. Oh, his skinny ass. Like, I don't know why people hate him. Like, he hasn't done anything wrong. But, yeah, obviously there's concerns about his weight and stuff like that. And people are comparing him to, Bol Bol and what's that dude's name? Thon Maker and stuff like that. But Chet Holmgren, also, I still think Bol Bol has potential to be a great NBA player. Chet hasn't had much injury history, even at his small frame. Small as in weight, He's a very skillful player. He's got high IQ, especially on the defensive end. Chet's going to be a guy that even if he gets bodied in the paint, he's going to find ways to get blocks. He's going to find ways to prevent people from scoring on him in the paint. I can see Joel Embiid body him up and, dropping some buckets on him. But at the same time, Chet's height and length, he reminds me of pretty much like a more offensively skilled Evan Mobley, but without the same weight to be as productive in the post on defense and offense. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think Chet... people also compare him to Porzingis on all these things too. I think Chet's going to be better off than all those guys mentioned, Thon Maker, all those people. I think he's offensively skilled. He's got a great ball handle for his size. He's quick on his feet for his size, which is I think is a lot quicker on his feet than all those other guys mentioned. So I'm not too worried about Chet here. It might take him a little bit more time than others, to really work on gaining that weight and stuff like that. But I don't think it's anything where OKC has to say, like, okay, we can't go with him because of the weight. Like, he just has too much talent to not go with him. Anyways, we'll move on to the next one. Number 3, Houston Rockets get Jabari Smith. I love this fit for the Houston Rockets. I think he's going to play great alongside Jalen Green. A nice athletic guy who can also stretch the court. They needed another forward as well, forward/center. I could see them playing Jabari Smith at the 5 as well. But yeah, that's just a great selection there. I do think Jabari Smith could use some other, tool sets when it comes to not being so, he's definitely a skillful forward, but at times he attacks the basket at a very predictable way. He always goes straight on. I think he needs to develop his way of becoming a better ball handler and creating space. But regardless, I think Jabari Smith is going to be great. So Sacramento Kings get Keegan Murray. I don't know, man. I would have liked Benedict Mathurin at number 4, to be honest. But, I mean, Keegan Murray still is a good player. He's a good defensive player. I think he's one of those guys that's going to come in right away and be productive. I just don't think he has the highest ceiling out of these guys. When you look at Jaden Ivey, Benedict Mathurin, Shaedon Sharpe, those are all guys that I think have higher ceilings. But Keegan Murray, I think, could come in as a rookie and be productive right away. But yeah, I mean, I like his defense. He can stretch the court a bit. He's got good size, good length. He got a lot better as an offensive player the more time he was with Iowa. But yeah, a lot of people are mad they didn't select Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey didn't even want to go to the Kings. He didn't work out with them, so I don't see why the Kings would pick up a player that they don't want. And so I get that. But I think I would have liked Benedict Mathurin better, but who knows, man. Number 5, Pistons get Jaden Ivey. A backcourt of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. You are set for the next 10 years. You don't have to worry about anything else. Jaden Ivey's going to be that guy. Great stuff from the Detroit Pistons. They did a lot of great things in this draft. And, yeah, Jaden Ivey's a 3-level scorer. He's got a lot of confidence in himself. He's a big-time bucket getter. He's big in the clutch. Yeah, I love that. And then number 6, Pacers get Benedict Mathurin. Great pick for the Indiana Pacers. They definitely could use another wing, especially if they're going to let go of guys like TJ Warren. It says he's listed as a shooting guard. I could see him playing more of the small forward yeah, you can see right there. He's a 6'6" athletic wing. I could see him playing the 3 and being that guy who could get open looks off of Tyrese Halliburton and play some good defense. So I like that. And then we got Shaedon Sharpe, who went to the Portland Trailblazers. Definitely a hit or miss with Shaedon Sharpe. I mean, if this turns out he's going to be an absolute stud, and if it doesn't, Portland Trailblazers may be looking back at this trade and, maybe hope they traded it or went a different route. But I'm definitely not mad at the pick. I think it's a great risk. I think Shaedon Sharpe has a lot of potential. Obviously didn't play at all in college due to an injury, and the only clips we have of him are in high school. But he does have a really good skill set, great size, great length. Yeah, he's got it all, man. And then, obviously he could get his defense up, but it's not terrible. And then we got the Pelicans who get Dyson Daniels. I like that pick. I like Dyson Daniels. He's definitely one of those guards that are he's got sort of an unorthodox play. He'll catch you off guard. He's very high IQ, makes the right play. He's not the best shot maker. He's not the best three-point shooter, I guess, but that's something that could be fixed over time. He kind of reminds me of like a Lonzo Ball in a sense. But yeah. And then we got Jeremy Sohan going to the Spurs. Just a player I could see on the Spurs. It's just a perfect fit for the Spurs. Maybe reached a little bit high here just because of the fact that I don't see Jeremy Sohan being very impactful on the offensive side of the ball. But if Sohan could find a way to become a solid corner three-point shooter and just be great on the defensive side of the court, then that would be huge. I did think 9's a little bit of a stretch, but I think he'll pan out pretty well. Especially being that he's going to be on the Spurs. It's a good fit. And then the Wizards get Johnny Davis. Big steal here. I could see Johnny Davis definitely being one of the best players in this draft. Very high ceiling, just a guy that goes out there and gets buckets. Kind of gives me a lot of like a little bit of, maybe not Devin Booker, but maybe like a I don't know. No, I see a little bit of a Devin. I see like a Devin Booker / Donovan Mitchell, a guy who fell in the draft but definitely has potential to be one of the top guys. Yeah, I like that there. They have him listed as small forward, which is interesting. I see Johnny Davis being more of like a point guard, shooting guard. But yeah. Anyways, OKC. The Knicks traded this pick, obviously, and then the OKC Thunder got Ousmane Dieng. He's cool. I mean, he's a guy that isn't going to be very impactful in the first year or two. It might take some time. He's one of those guys that could probably play 1 through 4. He's a good playmaking guy, good length, a good height. His jump shot isn't the best, but he's definitely a high IQ player coming out of France. I like it for OKC. Then we got Jalen Williams. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know anything about Jalen Williams when OKC drafted him, but apparently he's got good height, good length. He's got one of the longest wingspans already as a rookie heading into the NBA, I believe. He shoots the ball well and is athletic, so I didn't really know too much about him. I kind of just cheated and read this shit, so that's what you got to do. And then the Pistons got Jalen Duren. Love this pick for the Detroit Pistons as well. You get yourself another good young center that could be a shot-blocking guy, also being athletic. A little bit confused why the Hornets traded this pick, because the Hornets definitely could have used Jalen Duren. You see here they end up getting Mark Williams at 15. I don't think it was worth moving down 2 spots to get a center that is just not going to be as good. Jalen Duren is just a more athletic and offensively skilled version of Mark Williams. And Mark Williams, I'm worried, is going to be one of those big men that, provide some good defensive production, but in this day in the NBA isn't going to be enough to, crack the rotation because of that lack of offensive skill set. But regardless, it's a good thing that the Hornets got a center. That's one thing I'll say. Because Mark Williams does have good defensive paint protection, shot blocking. So I think he could go in right away and help them with that. Just a little bit worried about the future of Mark Williams and how he'll adapt offensively. And then the Cavs at 14 got Ochai Agbaji. Love this pick. Great defensive player. Had that big run for Kansas. Has experience in winning and playing at the top level. I know it's college, but still great offensively. I like Ochai Agbaji. Very smart player as well. And the Hawks got A.J. Griffin. Hawks need to come out here and get a wing that could be a good 3-and-D guy. That's exactly what they did. Houston Rockets got Tari Eason. That's cool. Bulls got Dalen Terry. I like Dalen Terry. Very high IQ player, good playmaker. Got him listed as small forward. I see him as more of a point guard. But I like that pick for the Bulls. Grizzlies, I don't know who that is. Spurs, Malachi Branham. I really like Malachi Branham coming out of Ohio State. Definitely raised his stock towards the end of the season. Denver Nuggets got Christian Brown. He's nice. He's definitely one of those pesky type players. He's going to be a guy that is in the league for a long time just because he's one of those, guys that will get under your skin, provide good defense, and go out there, and he's just going to hustle. So I love that for the Nuggets. Also needed a wing, and that's exactly what they did. Timberwolves got Walker Kessler. He adds interior defense, but I don't see Walker Kessler being a guy that fits the NBA. I thought it was a little bit high there, but yeah, I'm surprised that's an A+, but it's whatever. Grizzlies got David Roddy. Love David Roddy, man. It's going to be weird. He's either going to be one of those guys that adapts into the NBA well or not so well. Like, he definitely has an interesting size. I think he's like 260, 6'6" or something. He's huge, dude. He's a big kid. But yeah, I say big kid. He's probably like 3 years older than me. But yeah, and then we got Marchand Beauchamp. Love his story. Started out homeless and was very emotional at the draft to get selected. Other than that, I didn't really know. Like, I knew of his name, but I didn't know too much of his game. But regardless, I like that pick for the Bucks. Spurs get Blake Wesley. Don't really know too much about him. Timberwolves get Wendell Moore out of Duke. A solid 3-and-D player. I like that. Miami Heat get Nikola Jovic. No, Jokic. Yeah, no, I like it though. Why not experiment and get a guy like Nikola Jovic? Has a lot of similarities to Jokic, other than just the name. I think they played for like the same team or something like that. They were born very close to each other. But yeah, I like it. Why not take a shot on a guy like that? Warriors get Patrick Baldwin out of Milwaukee. Patrick Baldwin is a guy that was projected to be a top 3 pick, coming out of high school in this class, and then got dealt with an injury, and then had a choice to go to Duke or Milwaukee. Who went to Milwaukee to play under his dad as the head coach, and he just didn't look good. The team was terrible. He averaged only like 12 points on pretty poor efficiencies. But if Patrick Baldwin could get it all together, he could definitely be a great player. So it's one of those, low risk, high reward scenarios. The Rockets get Ty Washington Jr. I thought Ty was going to go up a little bit higher. I was surprised he fell this far, but I like Ty. And he's got a lot to bring on and off ball. I just completely read that off. I ain't going to cap. I mean, I watched Ty Washington, but I had a brain fart, and I was like, okay, I got to read something, so I read something. But no, I like Ty. He's very crafty, very good on the ball, and even though he choked with Kentucky, it wasn't all his fault. All right, and then we got the Nuggets, who got Peyton Watson, who didn't really crack the rotation much for UCLA the past couple of years. He was a part of that big run, but he couldn't really find himself many minutes. All right, so now we head to the second round. Pacers get Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard reminds me of sort of like a Tyus Jones or a Trey Jones, as a guy who like will come in. He'll be a very high IQ player, good playmaker, offer some good stuff on defense. Doesn't have a very good jump shot, but he's a smart guard, and I think he could hop in the rotation right away for the Pacers. Magic get Caleb Houston. I like that pick. Got good size, good length. He can shoot the ball well. Good stuff for the Magic there. The Raptors get Christian Koloko. Just a guy I could picture on the Raptors, I like it. C+ here. That's a little bit surprising. I like what Koloko did for Arizona. But yeah, all right. He's also one of those skinny frame players, but he has really good athleticism, good decision making. I like Koloko. So yeah, and then OKC get Jalen Williams out of Arkansas. I love Jalen Williams. I don't know how great he'll be in the NBA, but I always loved watching him on Arkansas. Just such a smart player, great on defense. He was awesome for Arkansas. He was a big reason why they were able to make a good run in the tournament. And the Lakers get Max Christie out of Michigan State. I like him. I don't know how well he'll develop into the NBA, but he's cool. Pistons get a guy I don't know. Dallas Mavericks get Jaden Hardy. I don't know how Jaden Hardy fell this low. Jaden Hardy was a guy that was supposed to be in the lottery, not as of recent, but like in, after high school, heading into the G League. Jaden Hardy was supposed to be a top guy up there with Jaden Ivey, and he still had he was still good for like G League Ignite. I don't get why he's fallen this much. Like I get like his efficiencies weren't great. He wasn't the most consistent shooter, but he has so many good talented pieces to his game offensively that I don't see how he could fall this far down. He's just got so much potential to be a top guy in this draft. Love what the Mavs did here. And a Jaden Hardy, Luka Doncic backcourt is something that I could definitely see within the next couple years, man, if Jaden Hardy really gets it together. And then the Grizzlies get Kennedy Chandler. I love that. Love what Kennedy Chandler could do. Diop, don't know anything about him. EJ Liddell, I guess that's cool. Trevor Keels to the Knicks. That's a guy that I could just picture on the Knicks. He's got a good frame, physical size, will come in, play some intense defense. I like that. Clippers, Diabate, don't know too much about him. Warriors, don't know. Kendall Brown, I like that. Surprised he fell that far. Cavs get Isaiah Mobley, Evan Mobley's brother. That's literally the only reason why they got him, probably. Yep. J.D. Davidson to the Celtics. I love that for the Celtics. I was praying that we'd get a guy like this, because there's been so many years where the Boston Celtics, they like there's like a pretty like well-known named player, and they're always so weird when they have late picks. They'll just go out and get some random dude from like Australia or some shit to go on a two-way contract. Like, bro, get yourself a high-name guy like JD Davidson. We'll try and develop him and see what's good. I like that. I love JD Davidson. He's got a lot to work on, definitely, but he's got a lot of bright spots as well. He's got a great handle, and like it says here, it's a low-risk, high-reward right here. I love it. I love it. Wizards get Nizoza. Don't know him. Don't know. Jabari Walker sounds familiar, and Hugo Besson. So that was that. Man, I went through a good amount. My voice is killing me. I hope that was a pretty good draft recap. I kind of just went and said he's good. I'm gonna do a separate video where it's like my winners and my losers from the draft, but this was kind of just a recap of 1 through 58 and kind of my thoughts. But yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of guys first and second round that are going to show up and be quality players. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and turn on those post notifications so you do not miss any future videos and or live streams. Peace.